My name's Duddits and I do builds and stuff, and today I've got a hunter build for you today, and it's all going to be around causing some massive ignitions. And this build is probably the easiest way to cause ignitions on any character, but on a hunter all we have to do is going to throw our weighted knife. The full build is going to be based around weighted knife, and we're just going to cause absolute carnage in rooms we enter, just like so. Any room, just go up and light the room up, and on top of that, like I said, we're going to do infinite ignitions at will, whenever you want. Just look how easy this is. Apply scorch, throw a knife, and then things just go boom. Stay tuned, I'm going to break it all down as we go. The full build is based around a couple of things, but weighted knife is the main sort of thing we need to look at, the main aspect of the build. Throw a knife that deals extra precision damage and causes scorch targets to ignite. Precision final blows with this knife immediately recharge your class ability. So anything that is scorched, throw that knife and it's going to ignite them. And I also pair this with gunpowder gamble, defeating targets with abilities, solar debuffs or solar weapons to charge up this improvised solar explosion. It's like a mini sort of trip man that you can shoot while it goes in the air. But this is the weighted knife and the scorch. At the moment you'll see I'm just applying the scorch, throwing a knife, and it's just an instant ignition. And you can do this infinitely on a hunter. Again, scorch, throw the knife, ignite, and just dodge. You're going to get your knife back, and you can just do this forever, basically, as long as you get your dodges back. There's a couple of weapons that can apply scorch. Skyburner's Oath applies scorch to the target. Very easily, very easy to do, just hip fire that. Prometheus lens is another one that just applies direct scorch. So there is a couple of weapons, and I've also got two-tail fox to show you later on. But again, just to sort of clarify, apply that scorch with one of your weapons that applies scorch, and then all we're going to do is just finish off with the gunpowder gamble, and you'll see loads and loads of yellow numbers, things just exploding everywhere. Now Ophidia Spathe is an excellent choice of exotic because this grants 2 knives per charge. Dodging with Gambler's Dodge to perform a death tumble, avoiding enemy attacks. Dodging their enemies recharges your melee ability. Ophidia Spathe gives you 2 knives, so every time you dodge you're going to get 2 of these knives back, 2 of these weighted knives. Look at that, instant 1, 2 knives. So Ophidia Spathe is an absolute beautiful chess piece to run with this, an absolutely great exotic. I've used this quite a lot on numerous builds, but it fits this one absolutely perfectly. So having 2 ignitions at your fingertips, very easily to do, and this is absolutely top tier for all different types of content. I've been running this in GMs for the last 3 to 4 days, and it's really fun. Really fun, but it's extremely useful. You just cause so many ignitions and so many chained ignitions as well. This happens quite a lot. You will see a lot of chained ignitions as well. So it's really nice. And on top of that, you can actually buff your ignitions out with some solar fragments. The ones I recommend are Ember of Char, so your ignitions spread scorch to affected targets, and then Ember of Eruption to make your ignitions have an increased area of effect, and then Ember of Ashes so we apply more scorch to targets. And then the other one is Ember of Singeing. Your class ability recharges faster when you scorch targets. You're literally scorching everything. You're going to get your class ability back super quick. That enables us to get 2 dodges for 2 knives with the Ophidia Spathe. So altogether it's a really all round groovy little setup. And again, I just want to say it is extremely useful. It's just basically extra damage, extra kills, what you don't really need much ammo for. As well as the gunpowder gamble, I was actually running knock 'em down, which gives you 2 fragment slots. And what I found was this only really gives you, for this particular build, it only actually gives you an extra blade barrage, projectiles. So if you wanted to, which I did in the end, I actually changed off knock 'em down. The knock 'em down only gives you the 2 fragment slots, which is obviously 2 as well with the gunpowder gamble, so you're getting 4. But what I decided to do was change it to the other one on your mark, which gives us an extra fragment slot, an extra precision damage, gives like reload speed and everything like that. So Ember of Torches is an extra one you could run on there as well. So powered melee attacks make you and your nearby allies radiant, so you're also just going to give your teammates infinite radiant, or you could even use the extra fragment slot for Ember of Combustion or Ember of Resolve, something like that. So it's entirely up to you. If you want the extra fragment slot, you can run knock 'em down as well as the gunpowder gamble. Solar weapon surge on the build, I like to run 3 of these because I predominantly stick to solar weapons. So 3 of these is 22% extra damage. And then on my cloak, I like to run a Reaper mod because I'm doing a lot of dodging. Every time you dodge, get a kill, your next weapon kill is going to create an orb. Time dilation to make that armor charge decay a little bit longer, last a little bit longer. On my arms, I like to buff my class ability regen out as well. Grants class ability when you cause damage with a grenade. Firepower, grenades create orbs, grenade kills create orbs, and then focuses strike grants class ability when you cause damage with a melee attack. And then on my helmet, it's pretty simple. I just run a harmonic siphon because I'm running solar. And then I run double heavy ammo finder because that's all you really need. One harmonic siphon, you create plenty of orbs. Now for GMs, ignitions, which you can do infinitely on this build, like I've said a couple of times, they also do unstoppable capabilities as well. All your solar ignition effects cause unstoppable champions to become staggered. So that's just one really nice little bonus for this one. You've pretty much got your knife and your scorch at hand, so it's like an instant ignition whenever you want. Excellent for unstoppable champions, and just being able just to loop that with everything that you've seen. You've got your Ember of Singeing going on to get your increased class ability, and you can always dodge near your enemy as well, so you've literally infinitely got 2 knives, and it's really simple. Just apply scorch, throw a knife, and that is it. Really good for champions, extra damage as well. Just doing that extra bit of damage, where sometimes you might just not have the ammo, something like that. You could just apply scorch, throw a knife, and then you've also got your gunpowder gamble as well as a backup. Now incendiary grenade is too good to run, not to run on this build, because this applies a 60 scorch on its own plus Ember of Ashes. That gives you a 90 scorch grenade. That leaves us only needing another 10 scorch to cause ignitions. So sometimes what you can do, well, you can do this quite a lot, is throw your incendiary grenade and then apply scorch with your Skyburners, and that will just cause an ignition. So having an incendiary grenade is really nice for this build. That just adds to the already infinite ignitions that you can cause. Really great grenade. You can always use strip mine, but definitely I would 100% recommend the incendiary grenade. So yeah, just the last little bit of the build now. I just want to talk about Two-Tailed Fox before you go, because this one actually applies scorch as well, and suppression and jolting, so we can take full advantage of the scorch effects from Two-Tailed Fox. But firstly, it's absolutely great for Overlord champions because of the suppression effects. So Two-Tailed Fox is another option to use if you really wanted to. It is really solid. So as you can see, there's the suppression effects are stunning the Overload, and then the scorch, you can literally sit back, fire your Two-Tailed Fox, apply the scorch, throw your knife as you've seen, and you're just going to cause ignitions with the old Two-Tailed Fox as well. So that's the video. Let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed it. Really nice fun build, and it's extremely useful. So now what I'll do is just leave the build playing out as always, and I'll leave a dim link in the video description. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.